O Lord, you are the portion of my inheritance and my cup. You maintain my lot. The lines have fallen to me in pleasant places. Yes, I have a good inheritance. I love this theme so much. I don't think there's a better illustration of the Christian life, growing in the Christian life, life in the kingdom of God. I don't think there's a better illustration in all of the Bible than there is of Israel entering the promised land. To me, it is the most graphic thing. I feel like you could probably put it up on a chart and you could watch your Christian life develop and evolve through that chart of watching Israel enter the promised land. If you could picture this, they leave Egypt, which we know is symbolic of sin. The blood was shed, put on the doorpost. When the blood is shed over our life, we leave sin. We come into a time where the dealings of God get us ready to inherit promises. The promised land is just that. It's a land of fulfillment. And that's on the other side of every conflict. On the other side of every problem is promised land. That's why you have the reasonable ability to rejoice before you get the answer. Because when you're in the middle of a conflict, by design, promised land's on the other side. That was a better point than your response, but it's all right. So you go through difficulty, promised land awaits. So Israel, the Lord shows them the promised land, this entire territory they're going to inherit as a nation. And he says, it's all yours, all of it. Everything you can see belongs to you. He said, now, good news and there's bad news. The good news is it's all yours. The bad news is I'm going to give it to you little by little. But the reason he gave it to them little by little is that if he gave it to them all at once, he said the beasts would become too numerous and would actually defeat them, which is a bizarre picture. They get everything all at once. They don't have the population or the systems of economy or social justice or any of the things that are needed to maintaining healthy environments, healthy communities. They don't have any of that intact yet. And if he gives them all these cities all at once, the beasts of the field would become too numerous and will actually drive them out of their own inheritance. Why? They don't have the maturity to maintain the inheritance. And that's what the Lord is constantly working on in you and in me, is building that sense of maturity, that sense of our internal world is healthy and together so that he can trust us with influence in the external world. That I become big in here so that no matter what he gives me out here, I can manage it for his glory. It doesn't work against me, it works for me, and more specifically for the purposes of the king and his kingdom.